Hello, I'm Glenna Coleman, Youth Services Librarian at the Weathersfield Proctor Library. This is our library bear. Bear, welcome to Weathersfield Proctor Library Storytime. I have a couple of stories for you today about things that come in pairs. So we'll see if you can figure out which pair we're going to talk about in each story. Our first story is called What a Treasure, and this is by Jane and Will Hillenbrand. You might be able to guess who the main character of this story is. Here's our title page. What a treasure. This is by Jane and Will Hillenbrand. The day Mole got his new shovel, he started to dig for treasure. Well, I have to say I have done the same thing. Good luck, said his father. Have fun, said his mother. I bet you won't find any treasures worth keeping, said his brother. Oh, I think we all know somebody like Mole's brother, don't we? Mole dug. He dug until he found a twig. Bird flew down. Oh, what a treasure, he chirped. It's just what I need for a sturdy nest. Why don't you keep it, said Mole, and he began to dig some more. Mole dug and dug. He dug until he found a shell. Snail crept over. Oh, what a treasure, she exclaimed. It's just what I need for a cozy house. Why don't you keep it, said Mole, and he began to dig some more. Are you seeing a theme here in this story? Mole dug and dug and dug. He dug until he found an acorn. Squirrel scampered near. Oh, what a treasure, he chattered. What do you think Mole is going to say? It's just what I need for a delicious dinner. Sorry, Squirrel's still talking. Why don't you keep it, said Mole, and he began to dig some more. Mole dug and dug and dug and dug. He dug until he found another hole. Oh, what a treasure, Mole shouted as up popped a little mole. You are just what I need and want. A friend. What luck, said his father. How fun, said his mother. I bet you'll want to keep this treasure, said his brother. Of course. Why not? Asked Mole. Of course, answered Mole's friend. Then Mole and his friend began to dig some more. Did you guess what the pair of things was in this book? If you guessed Mole and his new friend, a mole, you were right. Well, we have another book that has pairs in it, and this book is one you may be familiar with. It is called Knuffle Bunny Too, and it is by Mo Willems. This is a sequel to Knuffle Bunny 1, or just Knuffle Bunny. So this is called Knuffle Bunny Too. And notice Too is spelled T-O-O, which means also, but it sounds like two as in 1, 2, doesn't it? So this is Knuffle Bunny Too, A Case of Mistaken Identity by Mo Willems. All right, for this one, I'm going to sit down on the floor so I can see all the words on the pages. One morning not so long ago, Trixie took a walk with her daddy. By now, Trixie really knew how to talk. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to show Amy, and then I'll show Meg, and here she is with her Knuffle Bunny. Then I'll show Margot, and then I'll show Jane, and then I'll show Leela, and then I'll show Rebecca, and then I'll show Noah, and then I'll show Robbie, and then I'll show Toshi, and then I'll show Casey, and then I'll show Connie, and then I'll show Parker, and then I'll show Brian, and talk and talk. Trixie was excited because she was taking her one-of-a-kind Knuffle Bunny someplace very special. Come on! School. I want to make sure I tip this up at the right angle. Trixie couldn't wait to show Knuffle Bunny to Ms. Greengrove and all her friends in pre-K. But just as her daddy kissed her goodbye, Trixie saw Sonia. She looks a little worried. Oh, my goodness. Suddenly, Trixie's one-of-a-kind Knuffle Bunny wasn't so one-of-a-kind anymore. Have you guessed what the pair of things is? Well, if you haven't read this story before, there's more to it than that. The morning did not go well. Knuffle, 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 Knuffle. The afternoon was worse. Oh, yeah, look what happened there. We could have guessed that, right? When the school bell rang, Ms. Greengrove returned the Knuffle Bunnies. And the day got better. Then, before she knew it, it was time to go home. Trixie ate her dinner, devoured her dessert, brushed her teeth, and tried to escape the mommy and daddy robots from planet Snurp. At 1:30 bedtime, Trixie was tucked in, ready for sleep. But a few hours later, Trixie realized something. Trixie marched into her mommy and daddy's room and said, "That is not my bunny." Trixie's daddy tried to explain what 2:30 a.m. means. He asked, "Can we deal with this in the morning?" Trixie's daddy went to the phone. Before he even made it down the stairs, bring! The phone rang. "We have your bunny," said a man's voice on the other end. Let me make sure I didn't skip a page here. Oh, I did. "We have yours," replied Trixie's dad. Arrangements were made. Boy, it's awfully dark, isn't it? Trixie and her daddy rushed across the neighborhood. Trixie did not want to be late. Neither did Sonia. There was an exchange, and the Knuffle Bunnies were back where they belonged. "I was so worried about my bunny," said Sonia. "So was I." Then they both said, "I'm glad you got your bunny back," at the exact same time. And that is how Trixie found her first best friend. The end. Oh, sorry, that one's waving around. Epilogue. This is something you write after the story. The next morning, both Trixie and Sonia rushed to school. The new best friends had a lot of catching up to do. "Do you want to play with my Knuffle Bunny?" "Sure. Do you want to play with mine?" Oh, the fathers don't look too certain about that. What if there's another mix-up? I'm sure they're wondering. And that is the end of Knuffle Bunny Too. Now, this book doesn't explain at all whether it's Knuffle Bunny or Knuffle Bunny, does it? Did you guess what the pair of things was? If you guessed the two Knuffle Bunnies and the friends who had them, you were right. This was Knuffle Bunny Too by Mo Willems. A case of mistaken identity. Well, I'm here with my partner, Library Bear. There's just the two of us. I guess that's why I was thinking about things that come in twos. Hope you enjoyed today's stories. Goodbye until next time. This is Glenna Coleman, Youth Services Librarian at the Weathersfield Proctor Library, and our Library Bear.